St. Vital.
My thoughts are with those who are inside the residence, especially the children.
What we know about a fatal police shooting in South Winnipeg and how a new piece of technology is aiding in the investigation. Also tonight, creativity with construction.
It's totally transforming how we can approach construction.
How a 3D house printing company is changing the way future homes can be built in Manitoba. And later, a farewell from Captain Serious.
You know, as the old saying goes, it takes a village, and in my case, that couldn't be more true.
How the three-time Stanley Cup champion Jonathan Toews is saying goodbye to the game played on ice.
CTV News. Live from downtown Winnipeg with Taylor Brock.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Joseph Bernacki. A 26-year-old man is dead after a confrontation with Winnipeg police early this morning. Officers were responding to a domestic call in St. Vital where they were told a suspect was armed with an edged weapon. Police shot the suspect, who later died in hospital, and the entire incident may have been captured on a newly equipped body camera. CTV's Jeff Keel explains.
This is a neighbor's video of emergency personnel loading a patient into an ambulance after an officer shot a suspect during a domestic incident call in St. Vital early Friday morning. A 26-year-old man is dead.
That's scary. It's scary. It used to be so quiet around here. That's why we moved out here.
It's scary. Yeah, it's really scary.
The Independent Investigation Unit has taken over the probe. The IIU says around 1:28 a.m., police responded to this apartment complex on Morrow Avenue. A woman who was home with 4 children told police her boyfriend was fighting with her. She had a bruised face and requested an ambulance. She said there was a history of violence with the man and she had a protective order from the courts. The IIU also says the woman reported the man had an edged weapon.
Initial information indicated that an adult male suspect was violent, armed with a weapon, and that children were present in the residence.
The IIU says 3 minutes later, the man, armed with a weapon, confronted officers. One of them fired their gun. The suspect was taken to Health Sciences Center but later died.
Our officers do not come to work at the start of their day planning to take a life.
A week and a half ago, 40 Winnipeg police officers started wearing cameras as part of a pilot project. And it appears the program may be getting its first big test. Police say one of the officers at this shooting was equipped with a body camera. The video evidence will be used as part of the IIU's investigation.
Body-worn camera footage can help provide context and transparency, but the video captured by the body-worn camera is just one piece of evidence.
Jeff Keel, CTV News, Winnipeg.
Chief Bauer says the officers involved have been provided support through the service's behavioral unit, health unit, and are off work as per protocol. The chief also said they're exploring supports for the women and children involved. Bauer says he's reached out to Indigenous leaders as this incident involved Indigenous people. The chief says there will be an inquest at some point, and if the video is part of the record that at that inquest, it could become public. A long-running city councillor has decided not to seek re-election. John Orlico, who spent 17 years representing River Heights, Fort Garry, made the announcement today. In a statement, Orlico says it's been an honor serving in elected office, and now it's time for a new adventure. Over the years, he served as deputy mayor and chair of various committees, including community services and property development. Prior to his first municipal election victory in 2009, Orlico served 10 years as a trustee for the Winnipeg School Division. A destructive pest that can wreak havoc on potato fields has been discovered in Manitoba for the first time. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency says golden nematode has been detected on a potato farm in southwestern Manitoba. While the tiny creatures pose no risk to human or animal health, the CFIA says they can reduce potato yields by as much as 80%. Their eggs are also known to lie dormant, but viable in the soil for decades, making it difficult to eradicate them. The agency says it has put quarantine measures in place at the affected farm, and nearby fields will be monitored.
So potato cyst nematode can be managed through the use of resistant varieties. So there are potato varieties that will cause the nematodes to leave the little cyst, and when they try to attack the roots of the plant, they're not able to do so. And so those resistant varieties really are the best tool in our toolbox for managing this pest, as is a good crop rotation, allowing years between potato crops.
The CFIA says no seed potatoes were exported to the U.S. from the field in the past 10 years, but seed potatoes were shared with other farms in the province, which has resulted in further testing. When Jonathan Toews hit the ice at Canada Life Centre in front of a roaring crowd of Winnipeg Jets fans last fall, no one knew we were watching the first act of his farewell tour. Here's CTV's Daniel Halmerson with a look back on the legendary career of Captain Sirius.
Jonathan Toews' hockey career was defined by stepping up in the biggest moments. But now, he's skating away from the sport after 16 NHL seasons.
I guess in a way, I kind of feel prepared for this moment. More nervous than I thought I would be.
Toews is retiring with a surefire Hall of Fame resume. And on Friday, he thanked teammates, coaches, management, family, friends, and fans for helping make that happen.
I realize it's a privilege to be standing up here to say goodbye to the game of hockey.
On the international stage, he played on 2 Olympic gold medal winning teams. And before that, put on a heroic performance at the World Juniors.
I'm going in that shootout, I remember that, and kept going and kept scoring. It was so impressive.
But it was in the Windy City where Toews cemented his legacy. Captain Sirius led the Chicago Blackhawks to 3 Stanley Cup championships in 15 seasons.
If I can remember some of the feelings that stood out, it's almost like it doesn't feel real.
Toews took 2 years off from playing to deal with long COVID-related health issues, but he triumphantly returned for the 2025-26 season with his hometown Winnipeg Jets.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to live out my dream of pulling on that Jet sweater.
Toews suited up in all 82 games for the Jets, scoring 11 goals and adding 18 assists, but admitted Friday the grind took its toll.
I think a big part of this decision was just putting my health first and putting my standard of life first.
Jets captain Adam Lowry says Toews will go down as one of the best two-way centers the game's ever seen.
He did it all. He's a winner. He's a leader. I think if you look back on his career, that's kind of the thing that sticks out.
And Jets co-owner Mark Chipman says Toews' greatness transcends what he did on the ice.
Jonathan, you made the game better because you made everyone around you better, and it took it to another level.
And in his final big moment, Toews says he wouldn't have it any other way.
Someone told me that we'd be standing here today and this is how my career would go out. I would have signed up for that 100 times over.
Daniel Halmerson, CTV News, Winnipeg.
Hey, congrats on a great career, Jonathan. Taking a look at some current conditions right now in the city of Winnipeg. 12 degrees in the city right now, mainly overcast skies. Winds fairly light from the north-northwest at 9 kilometers an hour. The barometric pressure is rising and the humidity sits at 92%. Tonight, you can expect a low of 9 in the city of Winnipeg. A chance of evening showers or potential thunderstorm, even despite that low temperature. Winds from the north at 20, gusting to 40 kilometers an hour. And for your start to the weekend, Saturday morning, nice sunny skies expected for much of the city. As you can see, winds still fairly light from the north at 15 kilometers an hour.
The perfect consistency of a 3D printable material is a baby spook.
Revolutionizing the construction industry. How a Winnipeg company is changing the home building business with the aid of 3D technology. Today, it's possible to build toys, garden mounts, and more with the help of a 3D printer at home. And soon, your house itself could be 3D printed. Corydon Construction is the first company in our province to begin using the cutting-edge technology. CTV's John Hendrick shows you how it works and the benefits to the builders it offers.
Imagine if you could lay down concrete as easily as you can add icing to a cake. Well, imagine no longer. This pioneering 3D printing technology being developed by Corydon Construction here in Manitoba is able to do just that.
The material formulations and the sophistication is highly more intelligent than conventional concrete.
It works like a normal 3D printer, but on a much bigger scale. The company makes a specialized type of cement that can be placed by a robotic arm, sort of like squeezing out toothpaste from a tube.
The perfect consistency of a 3D printable material is a baby spook.
What sets this apart from traditional construction technology is that the concrete is self-supporting within seconds and can be formed into any shape the builder imagines, without the need for wooden boards holding the concrete in place while it cures.
It's totally transforming how we can approach construction because we're no longer constrained by, we'll say, the traditional methods of building.
And once the building has been designed inside Gardon's computers, it can be perfectly duplicated anywhere you bring the printer to.
It's not like you're going to get a different framing crew or a different masonry crew that's going to have different ideas to approach the building. With 100% certainty, we can guarantee that the layouts will be exact.
Gardon Construction has already built a building using the 3D printing technology as a proof of concept, and officials say it could soon be put to work on a real project.
We do have an investment group that is actually seriously considering using this method of construction for, believe it or not, Airbnb summer homes.
They also believe 3D printing buildings could be perfect for high-risk environments vulnerable to wildfires or flooding. John Hendricks, CTV News, Winnipeg.
Today, the technique costs roughly 3% more than traditional construction. However, as it's an emerging technology, the company believes costs will fall in the next year or two as material systems mature and the industry gains more practical field experience. The annual Manitoba Marathon is back in action this Sunday, and road closures will start happening in preparation tomorrow. Chancellor Matheson Road between Research Way and University Crescent will close at 8 a.m. Saturday and stay that way until 3 p.m. Sunday. Speaking of Marathon Day, you should expect increased traffic. There will only be single lanes open on many roads in the southern part of the city, specifically from 2 a.m. until 3 p.m. There will also be no access to eastbound Jubilee Avenue from Pembina Highway. And if you were planning on heading towards Wellington Crescent, you're going to want to rethink those plans. The marathon route goes through there again this year. Transit will also be rerouted during the closures. For the exact marathon route, head to racepoint.ca. Is your house number facing your back lane? The city has been issuing far more citations this year than any of the past 5 years. According to data provided by the city, 955 citations have been issued so far this year. That's compared to anywhere between 285 and 818 each year since 2022. The city says its seasonal staff usually looks for issues like long grass and weeds, but because of the cool temperatures and slow growing season, they've had more time to look out for other infractions. If a homeowner doesn't put their number up after being issued a citation, fines are $200 for individuals and $400 for corporations. According to the city's livability bylaw, properties adjacent to a back lane must attach the number to a building, fence, or other structure so it's clearly visible. An iconic trail in Whiteshell Provincial Park has officially reopened after devastating wildfires swept through the area last year. The province says the Mantario Trail, which straddles the border between our province and Ontario, is now open after some significant restoration work. It included clearing the entire 64-kilometer trail, along with campsites and portages, installing hundreds of new trail markers, and constructing a dozen new log bridges. Manitoba Parks partnered with the South Whiteshell Trail Association and a group of nearly 24 volunteers to get the job done.
We're going to make sure that Manitobans can get this care in a timely way.
Reducing surgical backlogs, an update from the province for the hundreds of Manitobans waiting for crucial care. 12 degrees in the city of Winnipeg right now. We'll have your complete Skywatch forecast next. Taking a look at our Friday Skywatch pictures of the day. Our first photo comes to us from Patrick out in Headingley. A beautiful background here. Kind of reminds me of the old Windows XP computer style backgrounds. A great photo, Patrick, as well. Our second photo comes to us from Deerwood, Manitoba, from Jeanette. This is taken just like about northwest of Morden is the Deerwood community. A beautiful rainbow she sent to us around 5:30. She left a note for us this morning. Keep those lovely photos coming to Winnipeg Weather at ctv.ca. Time now to take a look at your futurecast. Of course, we've had a lot of rain throughout most of this week, as I mentioned yesterday, and of course Colleen has talked about as well throughout our evening news coverage tonight. We had a little bit of that downpour in Winnipeg around 7:30 on till almost 9 o'clock. It seemed to pour for over an hour. Things have subsided a little bit right now, at least in the city of Winnipeg, but you can see a lot of rain activity again in northern Manitoba, as there was yesterday. That rain system pushing through, eventually making its way into Ontario. Through the overnight hours as we move into Saturday, you can see clearer skies in the south, southern Manitoba. Again, that rain activity, though, quite active in northern Manitoba, at least northeastern Manitoba, I should say, as we move throughout Saturday. Seems to be, again, the case around. You could see lots of rainfall expected for the Churchill area there as we make our way throughout the day. Then that rain starts to dissipate in the north. Things still looking pretty good in the south, clear in the Westman and the Brandon, Dauphin, Parkland region, of course. By Sunday, as we're moving through the rest of the weekend, things looking pretty good. Just a tiny little bit of cloud coverage there as we round out our weekend and move back into Monday. And then we're expecting, of course, some more rain to be coming, as you can see in Saskatchewan there. Quite a significant system developing. Some current temperatures right now: 13 degrees in Portage and Morden-Winkler, 12 degrees in Winnipeg. A little bit cooler in the Westman, 10 degrees only in Brandon and Dauphin there. As we make our way north, 11 degrees in Swan River, 12 in the Pas OCN, 11 in Flin Flon, 10 in Thompson, and a little bit cooler, obviously, in Churchill. 1 degree below seasonal temperatures, we've mentioned a few times this week as well. Your temperatures expected for Saturday: lows of 8 tonight in Thompson and Island Lake. You can see that rain there throughout much of northeastern Manitoba. Only a high expected of 4 degrees tomorrow in Churchill. So fairly colder temperatures to start your weekend. That rain continuing there in Gillam and Island Lake. Overcast in Thompson as we move over to northwestern Manitoba. 8 degrees again, your expected lows throughout much of the region. 19 degrees expected. Temperatures warming almost up to that 20-degree mark in Flin Flon and Lynn Lake there. Mainly sunny skies expected. Perhaps some rain then there in Norway House, as you can see on the radar. In the Dauphin and Parklands region, 6 degrees you're expected. A little bit cooler temperatures tonight. Temperatures warming up to 20 degrees throughout much of the region. A little bit warmer actually in Swan River anticipated for tomorrow, with sunny skies throughout much of the Westman and Parklands region. In southeastern Manitoba and the city of Winnipeg, lows expected of 8 degrees throughout much of the region. Gimli and the Interlake, Barons River, a little bit warmer, 10 degrees your overnight low, 19 degrees, and 20 degrees expected throughout much of your Saturday temperatures. And mainly sunny skies in south central Manitoba. A little bit more overcast, potential for some rain there in the Interlake between Gimli, Winnipeg Beach, and then obviously over in Grand Beach. And in northeastern Ontario, lows of 9 degrees expected in Kenora and Dryden. Temperatures warming up to 19 and 18 tomorrow. Overcast skies expected throughout much of the region. And for your 7-day sky watch, Father's Day looking not too bad, 22 degrees and sunny. By the time you return to week, though, on Monday, showers possible with 21 degrees. Some concerning stats tonight in the fight against zebra mussels. Half of the vehicles stopped as part of an inspection blitz last month failed. 136 vehicles carrying 167 watercraft were stopped as part of the operation, which happened on Highway 1 near the Manitoba-Ontario border during the last weekend of May. Of those watercraft, officials say 99 were compliant, while the rest were not properly cleaned, drained, or dried. 14 required decontamination, and 1 had visible zebra mussels. The Department of Fisheries and Oceans says those violating the legislation can face steep fines, including a maximum $100,000 fine for a first offense. If you're on the wait list for a hip or knee replacement, there's a possibility you could be getting in faster than you thought. The Manitoba government is adding 200 hip and knee replacement surgeries across the province this year. The additional surgeries build on the expansion of care capacity at Selkirk Regional Health Centre, which already has completed 800 of those surgeries this year. The move is intended to reduce surgical backlogs and help residents receive care closer to home.
We're going to make sure that Manitobans can get this care in a timely way. We're going to make sure that we're meaningfully driving down, reducing those wait lists. We're going to make sure that Manitobans, no matter where they are finally getting the care that they deserve.
Patients will continue to be prioritized through the province's centralized surgical waitlist system. A record 7,056 surgeries were completed in Manitoba last year, and nearly 70% of joint replacements are being performed as outpatient procedures. Dozens of people came together to celebrate Indigenous culture in our city's downtown. This was the 5th annual event called Hey Cousin, hosted at the Broadway Neighborhood Center. It's an event organized by dozens of community partners, including Bear Clan Patrol, Manitoba Moon Voices, and West Broadway Biz, among others. A community breakfast celebrating National Indigenous Peoples Day was held with traditional drums, a pipe ceremony, and live music, as you could hear that fiddling in the background. Organizers say the event is rooted in respect and is easy for everyone to enjoy.
It's about bringing the community together, sharing breakfast with our relatives, and having all these organizations all pitch in together to create something for the community.
National Indigenous Peoples Day is Sunday. An Evening with 007, an iconic James Bond flick, and others are returning on screen with a performance from the WSO. Find out which films they've chosen when we return. There are events planned across the country this Sunday to mark National Indigenous Peoples Day, including a full lineup at the Forks. It all gets started with a welcoming ceremony at Udana Circle at 10:30 and a powwow at the CN Stage and Field. Throughout the day, you can check out a market and food vendors, drag brunch, sharing and beating circles, drumming, games, live music, and much more. The day concludes with a concert at the CN Stage, headlined by Winnipeg-based musician Isla Barker. More details are on the Forks website. And here's a look at some of the other events taking place in Manitoba this weekend. The Winnipeg International Jazz Festival and the Red River X continue. Steinbach welcomes summer to the city with entertainment including Owen Riegling. Thompson hosts Nickel Days with headliner Dean Brody. Reston and Boissevain are also hosting their summer fairs. The Manitoba Highland Gathering is in East Selkirk. Balder celebrates the summer solstice. Glenborough hosts Family Day. Shoal Lake has its Just For You Days. Little Family Jamboree features live music and more, all in support of children living with additional needs in rural Manitoba. You can find a full list of events this weekend on our website, ctvnewswinnipeg.ca. The Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra's movie season kicks off this fall, and it's bound to leave you shaken, not stirred. The WSO will be performing the BAFTA-winning original score for Skyfall alongside a live viewing of the Daniel Craig film. There are 2 shows set for October 2nd and 3rd. Other films in this season's concert series include How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Barbie the movie, I should say, and The Wizard of Oz. You can find more information and tickets by visiting WSO.ca. Get ready to explore Corydon Avenue this summer on foot. Downtown Winnipeg Biz is launching a new initiative called Open Corydon Little Italy, which will transform the area between Lilac Street and Daly Street into a car-free zone on Sundays during the season. Pedestrians will be able to walk right down the center of the avenue and explore all the shops and spots that make the area special. Restaurants, cafes, and lounges will be able to stretch out their patios into the street, offering patrons even more open-air dining options. There will also be curated street experiences, including interactive public art installations, pop-up surprises, and floral displays lining the sidewalk. The fun officially kicks off on July 5th and runs through September 6th. A special anniversary on the pitch. Find out why one of Saturday's FIFA World Cup matches holds a little extra significance. 12 degrees in the city of Winnipeg right now. We'll break down tomorrow's forecast next.
Women's clothing provided by R.W. & Company. Salon services provided by S&Teak Spa Salon.
Taking a look at your Saturday 8-5 forecast. 12 degrees to start your day at 8 a.m. Mostly sunny skies expected throughout much of the day. Temperatures rising to 20 by 5 o'clock. Tomorrow's match between Tunisia and Japan will be the 1,000th match ever played at the FIFA World Cup.
We decided to create a special match kit for this celebration, to celebrate this match. And it's a nice one with some golden details.
To mark it, Romanian referee Istvan Kovacs will wear a special one-off shirt. Kovacs is one of the most accomplished referees in the sport and has worked a number of big games, including the Champions League and Europa League finals. Don't forget, Team Canada is going to be playing Wednesday against Switzerland. That's going to do it for us. For another look at tonight's stories, head on over to ctvnewswinnipeg.ca. Have a great weekend. Thanks for watching, and good night.